So we just wanted to do a quick video on how we manage our care with our little one, Kiran Rey, who's about 3 months old now, in our 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom condo. It's pretty small, but we've been able to manage being able to work with the space and to have her with us. So first things first, when we enter through our front door, we are here in the kitchen. In our kitchen, our layout, you can see here our counter space. We try to keep it very clean and tidy just so that everything is organized and in its place. So then when we have to get something for Kiran, for instance, like say her pacifier that we wash and keep here on the dry rack for her, or if we need to get like breastfeeding tools, that it's here and ready to go. It's washed and clean and all that good stuff. So we like that out here, and it's pretty handy. Also in terms of So in terms of feeding Kiran, we actually heat up her milk, and we have this pretty handy kettle here from Fellow. So early in the morning around 6:50, JJ usually gets on his phone, and then on the app he sets it at the specific degree that the water should be at so that the milk can heat up appropriately. So once it reaches that temperature, he comes out here and he puts the water in this bowl, and we get the milk from the fridge here, and it's already measured by me. And what we do is that we just put this guy, after the water is in here, we leave this sitting in the bowl for like a couple minutes or so, and that gives us time, or Jay time, to get Kiran ready for the morning, whether she has to get out of her jammies and get in clothes, change diaper or whatnot. So that's been really handy for us. And when it comes time to bathe Kiran, we actually do it in our sink. What's great about this particular sink is that it's pretty wide and spacious, so it gives us a lot of area to work with. And so we don't actually just put her in the sink and turn on the water. We actually have this like little tub that's meant for infants and toddlers as well. And we actually keep it here in our wash room. There's a sensor for the light in here, like so. So we just walk in here and we keep it all the way up yonder, because once again, this is a very tight, small spaced condo. And we just found that it works to sit up there and store away when we're not using it, the little tub, that turquoise guy there. So we just grab it and then we set it on the, into the sink, and then we give her a bath. So what's pretty cool about the house is that it's connected. I personally didn't really care to have it connected because I was more into walking over to a light switch and flicking it on. That was totally fine with me, but Jay was really eager to get the whole house connected. And I know that there are a couple of devices out there like Google, Apple, but we decided to go with an Alexa. So we use the connectivity in the house for a lot of the tasks that we do. For instance, when Jay's cooking breakfast and I'm getting coffee prepared, once everything is set up, then we're ready to eat. And so when we use the command, Alexa, let's eat. And the dining table lights go on, so then everything's set and we're good and we can see our food and we're good to go. So that's pretty awesome. Another thing that I like is also when we are in the kitchen, whether it's in the middle of the night, like 2 in the morning, and I have to pump, all of my supplies are here on the kitchen counter, and I don't want to be fumbling in the dark. So I go, Alexa, turn on kitchen shelf. And the light goes on, and I won't trip and fall and smack my face on something. So it's pretty convenient. I like how the lights go on just by voice command. I just think it's awesome.
All right, so in the living room, this is basically our common space. So here we actually are able to watch a movie with Apple TV or with a projector. Here's a screen right here that I installed. But when it comes time for Kiran Rey to play, we use our main floor space right here. So typically, this table will be over here, and we have a play gym from Love Every. So she's playing. Cherry got the upgraded strings right over here. And so, we kind of play with her during the daytime. And again, the importance of kind of keeping the space clean and clear has been really helpful ever since we've downsized with all of our things, and just really keep it distraction free as much as possible. So with the space, we want to make sure that there's plenty of light. And so I kind of mentioned in the previous video regarding how I use my Apple Watch to control pretty much everything in the home, at least the lights, the vacuum, and whatnot. One of them is our blinds. So I actually installed the IKEA blinds, furter, I can't say it since having it. But in the morning, for example, the blinds will actually open halfway around 7:20, but eventually by 7:30, all the blinds will go up. But if one of us is tired and want to take a nap, either Cherry and I, will take a nap here on the couch, and the action for that is, Alexa, take a nap. And so, as you can see, the blinds will go down, and they are blackout blinds despite the fact that there's a gap in between. So I'll keep talking, but I know I'm getting darker and it's about to take a nap. All right, let's take a nap. And when you're finally awake, you'll just say, Alexa, I'm up. So things like this, you're able to do, again, when you're using Alexa. And of course, if your devices are just connected. Alexa, tell Roomba to start cleaning. Perfect. Our space has definitely changed a lot ever since Kiran Rey has arrived. And initially, this space in this corner was my standing desk workstation where I'll edit photos or video. And Cherry actually really hated it. And I'm really glad that we changed the way that we position our stuff. And so in its place is this locking cabinet from IKEA. Actually, one of the more expensive pieces, it was like $500 or plus. And the cool thing about it is there's a combination lock on the very top. And so if you can imagine, as Kiran Rey gets older, she'll probably be more curious. And in here, as I mentioned, is my equipment. Like there's photo and video equipment on my side, and then Cherry has her paperwork and also arts and crafts stuff on the right side. So again, just to be safe, we want to be able to ensure to lock it as needed. And so right now it's unlocked. But right now, I'm kind of giving a sneak peek of it being very unorganized. But there's my photo and video stuff, there's tripods and all the doodads here. But as she gets older, or say we're going out, we can go ahead and lock it. There's a combination on the very top.
As you can see, we're sharing the space with her at this time with her little crib here. It's like a Graco pack and play. So that's set here, we have our bed here. It's pretty convenient for us because if she wakes up in the middle of the night or needs a diaper change, we can quickly get up and tend to her and all that good stuff. So we like that. Again, with the condo being small, what's important is storage. So storage, whether it be for Jay's stuff, my stuff, Kiran's stuff, we're actually able to put everything away in its place. I know that we've been really getting into Marie Kondo, and so we've evaluated all the things that we've kept over the years, and eventually we threw out what we didn't want or we donated it, and we kept what we really needed. So for instance, underneath the bed, we have, I think 90% the majority of Kiran's stuff, whether it be the extra diapers, the diaper wipes, some of her clothes when she gets older. So that's all in like these storage boxes underneath. Also, in terms of Jay's and my stuff, we have these wardrobes. And in regards to Jay's and my stuff, we actually have stored it in these little boxes that actually fit right above our IKEA wardrobes. And it's pretty handy just because we're able to stow things away when it's not needed. We actually have it labeled so we know exactly what's in it instead of like fishing through each and every single box. So storage is key, whether it be for Jay's stuff, my stuff, or Kiran's, in this little space that we have. So as you can see here, Kiran sleeps in the room with us in her little pack and play. It's like a little makeshift crib. It's pretty convenient because for us in particular, this is a temporary solution because when she gets a little bit older, she'll be sleeping in her room in the nursery, and Jay will go over that in a little bit. Because what's most important to us is that she learns to sleep in her own space. So once again, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Aside from the crib, there are some tools that we utilize to help Kiran sleep. So my coworker actually gifted me this sleep sheep. I had a hard time saying that. This sleep sheep is pretty awesome. It comes with these different sounds that you can use to help your baby go to sleep. And so there's a timer on it. You can have it on for like about 20 or 45 minutes, whatever, but it's magic because it puts the baby to sleep. So we use this a lot for travel or here in her crib. But when she goes to bed at night, we actually like using this particular tool. It's called a hatch. What's nice about it is that aside from it producing the white noise for your baby, it acts as a nightlight. So in the middle of the night, when Kiran is crying or she needs her diaper changed, this can be set on an app on your phone to a specific intensity of the light so that it's not too bright or too dark. It also can change colors if you'd like. So there's a lot of different settings that you can apply to it so it's just right for you. So I'd like to demonstrate that, but then my cat is in the way. So I'll just do this. If you touch the top here, it has this really nice hue of light. This is what we chose, as well as the sound of rain, because I feel like it's calming and it makes me feel like I'm in a tropical place. So it drowns out JJ's snoring.
Now that Trey went over the temporary crib in our bedroom, let's go ahead and take a look at the bathroom, which leads to her nursery, which is formerly the walk-in closet. So if you look right here, there's a sensor that I installed, so that way the bathroom light, at least this small one, will turn on. Super helpful, again, during the nighttime when we don't want to fumble with a switch. We'll just walk in and then the light will turn on and also turn off automatically. But of course, there's a regular light switch, and so that'll turn on the bathroom. First of all, take a look at this toilet roll. Flex. Baby's crying. Hold, please. Can we leave you for another 3 minutes? Wanna keep playing? What? Huh? Okay. 2 minutes? So in the bathroom as well, we installed a kind of like a hotel-like clothesline that I bought on Amazon. I think it was like 20 or so bucks. It's one of those like you pull the thread and you lock it in. And so for us, as much as we love automating our laundry, aka a washing machine, there's sometimes a few pieces that we can just hand wash and then we'll hang over. So whether it be a few bibs or a shirt, if she blows it out, instead of kind of waiting for that to basically be in the laundry basket, just give a quick scrub and wash and then hang it to dry. Totally fine. Below here, quick tip. Try to measure and keep like a running note on your phone or whatever. Like have some measurements of your existing space, so like the height and then also the width. And so I measured that over here below our sink, and we actually have, what's a good example? Kind of running out, but these are the diaper garbage pails, and so we have a refill here. There's 2 more in the other one. One set also had the baby wipes, and another bins had the extra diapers. So again, just kind of being creative in terms of your existing space. So for us, we originally didn't have anything underneath there because again, it looked cleaner. But once baby arrived, we got to make sure that we utilize all of our space. So while Kiran Rey is still talking out there, this is her nursery. And so as I mentioned, this was formerly our walk-in closet. And after it became our walk-in closet, it became my office in which I had my standing desk inside here. And so with the news of Kiran Rey, we want to make sure, of course, that we had a dedicated space for her. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. There's a dilemma. So how do we make an extra room for her? Walk-in closet. First things first, Trey's idea, which is really great. Instead of having a traditional door that swings open, there's when you swing open, there's like, of course, dead space that when you open the door, you can't put anything behind the door because the door will open. So she mentioned having an accordion door. See that right there. Super light, and again, kind of customize it. This is actually the same handle if you see right here with our cabinets in the kitchen. So we had a few left over, drilled a couple holes, and then installed this pretty easily. And just like with the bathroom, and of course in the laundry room, there is a sensor. So when you walk in, the lights will turn on. And so if you notice right now, the light kind of looks a little bit different. It's because with Hue light bulbs, you can change the color temperature depending on the day. So right now, because it's daytime, it's roughly like almost 150. The color balance of the light is supposed to mimic the sun. And then at night, it'll be this more traditional, yellow, which is a lot more warm light from an incandescent bulb. So again, this is the photo video background kind of speaking in terms of Kelvin. 5600 is outside, and then 3200 inside. All right, so let's take a look inside. On this side of the room is basically a very small shelf. Again, we do like the lessons and teachings of Montessori, and a lot of that includes having a small selection of toys. There's a little bit more than what you're supposed to have. We have also a lot of books, and so kind of set up a shelf right here, and as she gets older, we'll kind of downsize our selection. But if you can see right here, there's only just 2 shelves, and simple toys that kind of adhere to the Montessori stuff are stuff like a rattle, and then obviously when she's older, because she can't even sit up right now, there's some toys where you stack up. So really simple toys following like the Montessori way. A lot of things are made out of wood, natural materials like metal or glass, and less so on plastic, and no sounds, or like electronic sounds rather, and also no characters. So really just focusing on the play aspect. But this is our work in progress shelf. Again, a lot of these toys are not even being used yet, but when she's older, she will. And then a few books that we have that are gifted from our friends and family. Got a chair that we picked up, put in the corner. Every now and then when she's not going to sleep, we'll go ahead and pick her up and then grab a seat, put your leg up, and then shush her to go to sleep or wait for her to fall asleep. So you may be wondering, why is there a mattress on the floor? And it actually is, again, part of like the Montessori way, in which it makes it a lot easier to transition the baby to a bed because there's literally no crib. So we skip the crib altogether. So currently she's using this mattress for her naps throughout the daytime. Eventually we are gonna look forward for her to sleep in here during the night. So again, from that 9:30 to 10 all the way up until 7 a.m. So that is the goal, and we'll be skipping the crib altogether. So the way that we set it up, there's a mattress obviously on the floor, and then during the daytime, there's some mirrors that we did put. That way she kind of interacts and be more engaged. There's some like 3M command strips that I put. And so, if for example, when she's a little bit older, it will be less distracting once I flip that over. Here is a Nanit camera. So this is also one of the like smart devices that we have for the baby. And the main difference with this, other than like say a Google Nest camera, for example, is that it comes with a band. And so it almost looks like a motion capture, like again, from the video background. I think I have that somewhere here. So this one is their swaddle. And so it also comes with a band, like literally a band that you put over an existing shirt. So this pattern right here is like unique to Nanit's camera system, in which it recognizes the pattern and it'll recognize how fast your baby is breathing. So the breathing rate. So you turn it on the app. Again, you see like a top-down view of the baby, obviously lying or sleeping. And then it'll alert you if for whatever reason that the baby is over, or hopefully not, that the baby stopped breathing. And it's been pretty good so far. So this is a system that we kind of bought into. We saw a lot of reviews of different types, but this one seemed to be the most like advanced, or like the more tech forward one, especially with this pattern that it'll recognize. All I really want to say about this shelf is that it's still bare bones, has some work to be done. There's some stuff that kind of needs to be put away. Only notable things that I've added on here, because this shelf was here when I had my computer system here, is this secured light. Again, this one and the ceiling has a Philips bulb connected. So that way you can say, Alexa, turn off Nursery. Okay, but again, there's a sensor here, so I think in a few seconds, if I keep talking, it'll probably turn on, and if it doesn't, it's totally fine. But other than that, if you see right here, there is a Alexa screen that's in here. That way we can go ahead and use it for a sound machine. Haven't been guilty of it yet, in which I've watched a movie on it while I'm trying to put her to sleep. So that hasn't happened yet. And of course, during it being idle, it serves as like a little slideshow, aka like a photo frame of the photos that I put of me and Cherry and of course Kiran Rey together. And the last thing is I tried to get into the whole Cricut thing, the little like cutter for labels and cards. And so right on top, I was able to at least just make one really cool thing, which is Dear Kiran Rey. Now she's calling for us. We gotta go. Bye.